the shorties know nothing my clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the knock. Every hour, look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Baldwin. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Baldwin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. In motion left, that's Reed.
Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's the gain of
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Off the play fake, Love. Blitz coming, down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Love now. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Tommy Townsend in punt.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the
The
sideline.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played. try and find a way to win.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Dumping it off for Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to throw. Baldwin. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Schwartz, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard on the 24. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Makes it
3rd and 2. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play fake. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending the play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
31-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-7.
14. Packers nothing.
kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As you'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Love from the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send Reed in motion left. Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how do we see them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baldwin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Dante Thornton, 67 yards. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Packers.
To throw now. Here's Love. And a screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaped down and began his round, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 32.
Now Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
43.
Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
60 bison. Hey, smash Bronco. Street.
Back to throw. Baldwin. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baldwin. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Back to throw again. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw again. Into space at the 45. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dante Thornton. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Bunker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Packers nothing. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Love. The kidder here, it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
The first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Love. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Ready.
2nd and 5 now. Love. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 9 now. Out to the flat here for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the Packers.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Yellow, 22, ready.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 35. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Love to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Baldwin. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Dante Thornton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a big one.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Baldwin. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The Packers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the ball goes into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Love now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I guess no need to force him when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
A gain of 18.
Throw it. Love.
And the Packer 1st down.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 13-yard line.
Love. They go play action now. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers. Touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
Two-point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Keeps the score Lions 42. Packers 13.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field.
707 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up cause we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah. Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so let's taste, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just floating.